Just how well connected is Britain, and what should we be doing to make it even better? Here at Total Telecom, we've been finding out from people attending this week's Connected Britain event in London.
I think today it's a lot better connected than it was, but nowhere near where it needs to be. But we are seeing strong inroads into that with government funding, government backing, new entrants into the fibre technology space, and with the advent of 5G overlaying all of that, I think we're going to accelerate over the next 2 to 3 years into a very well connected Britain. But we've got a long way to go.
Britain, unfortunately, is not very well connected at all. The key measure is full fibre. Full fibre means fibre to the home. We only have 4% here take up of full fibre. In Sweden, for example, the equivalent figure is 60%. Some of the Baltic states is nearer 100%. Britain is well behind. And the key is to cooperate between private and public. And I think to involve the local councils in this battle to get Britain connected is important.
So when I think about Connected Britain, we're really fortunate in that we have a lot of good connectivity. But it's not the connectivity that matters. This is about the next phase of innovation and transformation of the world. And the way I think about it is very simple. You either become digitised or you're a digitiser. And we have to really understand that wave of digitisation is going to happen to the world, and that will take out all aspects of labour, work, things that we depend on. And we've got to decide as a nation, do we want to be the ones that are digitising systems and processes around the world and create value for us in that process, or do we want to be digitised? It's as simple as that.
Britain is well connected, but it's not well enough connected around the edges, particularly in the rural environment. What can we do better? We can bring solutions that will bring effective power to the equipment providers and the solution providers in the country.
Britain is already a very well connected society, but that connection is really fibre to the cabinet, and there's a lot of copper beyond it. What we need is full fibre to the premise.
Britain is well connected if you happen to live in a large town or city, but if you venture out into rural Britain, then it's a totally different story. And I think to go from being a well connected Britain to a greater connected Britain, we need the government and Ofcom to really embrace and promote fixed wireless access solutions as part of their 5G strategy. And hopefully that way we can start to give broadband speeds that are needed to people who live in rural UK where fibre really isn't a viable option.
The UK is, the connectivity is okay for the needs of today and certainly for the needs of yesterday, but the question is it well placed for the needs of tomorrow? We at Flametic believe that fibre is the future of connectivity in Britain to underpin the growing amount of video, the growing use of the IoT, the cloud and other services which will demand a resilient, scalable and future-proof infrastructure for the UK.
So Britain's fairly well connected. It's got a huge legacy infrastructure. But I think it needs to be more connected, or certainly better connected, in terms of the infrastructure going forward. We've had a number of iterations known as 2G, 3G and 4G, and the fibre rollout and copper rollout, which has been predominantly in urban areas. I think that if that connectivity can be extended geographically, then that will unlock a number of elements of the UK economy that are currently laid dormant.
As was said earlier by the CEO of TalkTalk when she was on the stand, Britain has a well-developed digital economy, but the infrastructure connectivity is really poor. So it has to be tackled, I think, at several levels. One on a governmental level, one on an investment level, and then the telecom players themselves must get together and really push it forward.